Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back here at Ciocca Chevrolet of Princeton. Take a look at this brand new 2024 Chevy Colorado Z71 midsize pickup truck. Of course, the Z71 being the off-road package for the Colorado. Now, we've seen the Canyon AT4, we've seen the new Tacoma, we've seen the Nissan Frontier for 24. Now we got the Colorado here as pickup truck season kicks off in April. So we're going to check this out, see what it brings to the table, and maybe this is the one to get over that GMC Canyon AT4 if you want to save a little bit of cash. So let's dig in. Front end of the Colorado here with the sterling gray is the color. Looks good against the flat black on the grille. Of course, the black and chrome bow tie on the front of the grille. Z71 call out. LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps, LED fog lamps, standard bulbs for turn signals, functionality in the grille top and bottom. Down below, we got those red recovery hooks. So it's a good looking front end here on the Colorado, just like we saw on the Canyon AT4. Now, as we move around to our wheel and tire setup on this Z71 Colorado, we have an 18-inch machined aluminum alloy wheel. The color here is called Dark Android Gloss. We have the Chevy bow tie on the center cap. Now, these wheels are wrapped in Goodyear Wrangler all-terrain tires, 265 on the width, a 65 series sidewall 18s, all four corners, four-wheel drive. Moving on out, full side profile. I do like this sterling gray metallic again with those wheels. I think it's a good color combo, no chrome around the windows, and there shouldn't be on a pickup. We're moving closer, we're going to be gloss black on our side view mirrors. Colorado call out right here on the front door. Color match front and rear door handle, left side fuel filler cap. Up top, color matched roof with the antenna. I'd like to see a shark fin here, no sunroof. Rear end of our Colorado, as we take a look at it, I do like the Chevy name stamped into the tailgate. We have LED taillights, standard bulbs for turn signals, Colorado down below. We got the gloss black on the bumper, and of course we have steps to get into that tailgate. When we're looking at our towing capacity on the Colorado Z71, we're looking at 7,700 pounds. So a really good number if you compare that to what we saw in the Tacoma last review out. We're under the hood of this 24 Colorado Z71, and what are you going to get for a power plant? Well, you're going to get Chevy's 2.7 liter TurboMax inline 4-cylinder engine mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. 310 horsepower, 430 pound-feet of torque, MPGs 18 in the city, 23 on the highway, 20 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. Before we get into the interior of this Z71 Colorado, you're going to want to know, Mike, I'm looking at the price, baby. Looking for a midsize pickup. What's the deal on this one? Okay, base price for the 24 Colorado 4x4 Z71 crew cab is $40,200. Now, after options and destination and delivery of $1,595 from Chevy's Wentzville, Missouri assembly plant, we have a total MSRP for this vehicle from the factory of $43,460. So in comparison, that GMC Canyon AT4 was just under $50. So now we're looking at about $6,500 less for this Colorado Z71. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver door panel, we're going to go hard black plastic up top, chrome door handle. We have this Evotex material on the armrest, nice and soft, red stitching, got some chrome trim, flat black on your switchgear. We don't have power fold mirrors in here. We have a little pocket here and another little one here. Standard audio system, foot box time, nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator, but I would like to see some rubber finish on that dead pedal. And then, of course, our floor mats are in the back of the vehicle at this time. That's why the plastic's down, protect the carpet. Now, look what we got going on here. We got power seat with lumbar for the driver, manual assist for the front passenger, and then a combination of black Evotex material with the red stitching and the adrenaline red striping. And then on the insert, we're going to go fabric. So it's a combination Evotex fabric, but nice soft headrest, nice forgiving bolstering, and it's a good looking interior, even though it's made with less expensive materials than we saw in that Canyon AT4, which was full leather. Passenger door panel, same action as the driver, no difference, same use of materials. We have our dash, we're going to go hard plastic and then more Evotex with the red cross stitch, gloss black into your heat and air vent, more of the Evotex with the stitching, and then down below, if I can get it, nice large glove box. Infotainment screen, 11.3 inch Google Assistant infotainment system, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto. If you see the strobing in the camera lens, my apologies, that's just how the camera lens reacts with this system. We do have a nice responsive pinch to zoom though here in this, so I do like that. Now, what can we do inside this system? Well, we have the built-in nav, and then of course we can go in and Bluetooth our phone, we can go to the maps, we can go to our music, we got Sirius XM, AM, FM, news, podcasts, Alexa, the whole schmear. We can go in here, we can go ahead and get our home screen together. Let's see what we want to have here. We can hit this and we can say, okay, what do we want to put up here? Let me put my trip up here, and I can save that. And now I've got my trip information up here as well as my maps. So it's a nice little feature. Then we go into all of the action here in our settings. So page 1, you got your vehicle status or Google Assistant, which means if you want to go somewhere, you can say, hey, and then you would say Google, and it will come up and you can tell it what you want, and it'll take you to different directions, gas stations, whatever you want. The Play Store, there's your wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, Alexa, trailering app, settings, climate, Wi-Fi hotspot, and then you got your off-road pages, audio, maps, controls, the whole deal. So there's a couple of things in here that I want to show you. Number one, the off-road pages are really cool. You have Baja, you have terrain, and you have overlanding, just like we saw in the AT4. So that's a nice deal here with your off-road pages. Then you do have what we call air down mode, which is if you need to lower the pressure, tire pressures in your tires. Let's say you're going Baja in the dunes outside of Vegas and you need to have a lower tire pressure. You can set whatever you would like as your lower tire pressure. Hit start, and the vehicle will then lower the tire pressures for you to that desired level, and then it will automatically stop, and the horn will honk twice to let you know it's done. That's really, really cool. Thing is, you can't put, if you want more air after you're done in the dunes, you got to go put air in your tires yourself. But that is a nice feature called air down. That's also in the Canyon as well that we saw the AT4. So that's pretty darn cool. And you got your trailering apps, you got your vehicle status. And you can go in here and it's going to give you the status of your vehicle. Does everything look good? Does anything need to be serviced? That kind of thing in here. So that's what you have there. You got your trailering where you can go ahead and do your light test and all that good stuff in here as well. Then you got your general settings. There's your Wi-Fi hotspot and that sort of thing. But another thing that you need to know about is if you want to turn your headlights on, you got to go to controls. You got to go to more controls. You got to go to lights. And that's where you can turn your fog lights on or off. And now the vehicle just turned off because it hit the 30-minute mark. I hate that. I don't know about you guys. So you go back to your lights. You can turn those off. Headlights on to auto, or if you want them on, you can turn them on. Now I'm getting a massive shot of air conditioning in here since the car just turned on again. And now I got to try to turn this thing off. Oh, it's awful. I'm not in love with how this is working at all as far as it blasting you when you just turn the car on. So anyway, my apologies for that, but I wanted you to hear all that so you know. All right, that's where you got to do your lights. 3 pages deep in this infotainment system. Not a big fan of where they have that put. No more controls on the dash for your headlights and stuff like that. That's where you have to find it. So there's a lot of cool stuff in here, but then there's also some stuff you got to know where it is in order to get things to work. And so let me know what you think about that. We're going to go to reverse. Nice large backup camera with trajectory. We have obviously your trailer view. You have the standard view, but no 360. We had the 360 in the Canyon, and if you're going to go off-road, I would like to see 360-degree view cameras if it's an off-road trim, because you're going to need to know what's in front of the car when you're going on those trails. Rocks, branches, you're going to need to know. Now, we have dual climate, as we heard. We have 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. Here's the controls for our climate system. 2 heat and air vents, push button start, more of that Evotex with the red stitching. Down further, we can take all, right here, all of our windows down at once. Engine auto stop start. There's our 4-way hazards, lane keep assist, and here is your aux, and that is going to put on some auxiliary lighting, I believe, in the bed area. So that's where they have that. And then we have a USB-C, USB-A, and a wireless charging pad in the camo, which I think is cool. We saw that on the Canyon. Gear shift, leather, red stitching, take you through the 8-speed automatic like that. Here's our drive modes. We'll check those out when we go through the dash. Electric emergency brake, 2 cup holders, Chevy key fob, looking good. Lock, unlock, panic button, remote start, bow tie on the back, looks good. We have the Evotex armrest with the red stitching. We can open that up. We have a removable tray for storage, and then inside there, more storage and a 12-volt. All right, now our steering wheel. I had to turn the air conditioning off in here because it's freezing me out. It's warm out today, but this air conditioning is out of control. So we have a leather steering wheel with the red stitching, the black and silver bow tie on the horn button, brushed aluminum, lift the wheel up. Round bottom wheel, but I have plenty of room to get in and out of this. Now, we have our adaptive cruise on the left. On the right, we have the controls for our voice commands and telephone commands and the digital dash. And then on the left, we have our windshield wipers and directionals. And like I said, down here, all you have now, since they moved the headlights and everything into the infotainment, you can brighten and dim the dash. Then we have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. So they have you covered there. And then there you go. Here is our digital instrument cluster. Let's take a look at our drive modes. And we have to go over here for those. So we have normal. We have normal, sorry, off-road, tow haul, terrain, and that's it. And back to normal. So there you have it on the drive modes. And then you can also change your theme on your dash. So we can go with that view. We can go with our Google Maps up here, which is cool. We have this view, off-road view, and then our dials view, and a clean view. So I like the different views you can go with in this vehicle. I think it looks pretty darn cool. Overhead console, you want your dome lighting to come on off when you open and close the door. This button in the center, and when you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door, lighting will dim out. SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road. On star right here. Standard framed mirror, no auto dim. Then we have our sun visor with vanity and a light. And does it slide? Yes, it does. Getting into the crew cab area of this Colorado. We'll just zoom on in. The seat set for my driving position. If you're taller than me at 5'11", duck. So now we're in. I've got enough room for my head, shoulders, and knees. But if you're much taller, well over 6 foot, could be a little cramped. We got the Evotex all the way down, no pocket behind the driver. We do have one behind the front passenger. 2 cup holders, heat and air vents, USB-C, USB-A, and a 12-volt way down below. Excuse me, not a 12-volt, a home power source way down below. And then the same vibe on the back door panels as we have on the front, except we're missing that brushed aluminum trim. Back seats, same combo, Evotex with the stitching, fabric insert, adrenaline red, looking good. I like the camo kind of deal insert on the seats because it matches obviously that design on the wireless charging pad and at the bottom of the cup holders. So that is a nice design. Now the back window, we have a manual window that we can open, wave to people, close it back up. No center armrest, 3 across, but we do have the cup holders right here and a place to slide your phone. So we're all set, and it's pretty comfortable in the back of this Colorado Z71. All right, getting into the bed of the vehicle, we just come to the back. We can hit the button. Comes down automatically. Nice little design right there. Nice, cool. Down it goes. Now we're protected on the inside of the tailgate and on the rails, but we're a blank canvas on the bed. So you can either have a spray-in done, a drop-in bed liner done, whatever you want to do. It's right here. Payload capacity, 1,580 pounds. We come in here. We have our home power source back here, tie downs, bed lighting up top by the antenna. Looking good back here, but it is a blank canvas. Now we do have a working tailgate, so if you want to measure stuff, you're right across here, up to 48 inches. And if you have your tools to work on, you want to put them away, we can just unlock these levers, and then we can pull this up, and then we can store our stuff right in there. And then when we're done, we can close it. Now we got to hold it down and then close. It's really a two-handed job, but I'm getting better at it. There we go, we lock it up, and now we're all set and ready to go. And we can just lift our tailgate back up. Pretty light tailgate too, and we're all set. Now, ground clearance wise, if I haven't mentioned it, we're looking at 8.9 inches on the Z71. If you need more, you can go to Trail Boss and get 9.6. The 9.6 is where we saw the AT4 the other day. I'll put that review at the end of this one for comparison purposes, but let me know what you think so far. Here we go, Z71 window sticker, 2024 Colorado, sterling gray. Standard equipment left to right. Options, you got the Z71 Convenience Package 2. Total vehicle MSRP $43,460. MPG estimates. Crash ratings. Made in Missouri. Let's take this baby out for a spin. All right, we are on the road in this 24 Colorado Z71, and we got great visibility out the windshield, side glass, side view mirrors, rear window, no problem. Now, as far as safety tech, no blind spot monitoring, no cross traffic alert. That's a problem. We do have lane keep assist and a few other things, but in a pickup truck like this, you need to have blind spot monitoring and cross traffic included, not part of an option package, which I'm sure it probably is. But suspension's well damped, steering for a pickup is good. The power out of this engine is terrific. If you look at the competition, we are in a Toyota Tacoma last pickup truck review that had the new iForce 2.4 Turbo 4 and an 8-speed automatic, 278 on the horsepower, and I believe 317 on torque. This is 310 on the horsepower and 430 on the torque, and that's a best-in-class number. So you're going to find that on the Colorado and the GMC Canyon. They're both best in class for power and 7,700 pounds of towing rather than 6,500 in the Tacoma. So certainly a much more powerful truck with the Colorado or the Canyon opposed to that new Tacoma, which is really quite surprising, I think, considering all the money Toyota dumped in that Tacoma redesign. But let's check out our brakes. Nice and straight, no hands. Now we'll take off. And the pull out of this engine is really, really good for a 4-cylinder. You know, 2.7 liter, it's a pretty large displacement 4-cylinder by today's standards. The handling, though, is going to be wallowy and wishy-washy. It's an off-road vehicle. It's a Z71. It's not going to handle, but it's going to take your off-roading. pretty darn well. But you're not getting as much ground clearance, right? The AT4 we saw last week, you had 9.6 inches. This is 8.9. To get to 9.6, you need to go up to Trail Boss trim. Not sure if I would want to do that. Let me know if you think 8.9 is enough. Obviously, Tacoma coming in at max ground clearance at 11 inches. So let me know what you think. But the ride quality is good. Now, obviously, AT4 had a lot more on the interior because that had the AT4 premium package with all the leather, the two-tone, you know, all the bells and whistles. This does not. But the question becomes, it's $6,500 less than an AT4 Canyon, and you're getting a lot of good stuff in here. Now, our turning radius is kind of poor. That's at about 22 feet. So we're going to need to K-turn this baby. But you got the same Google Assistant system. You got all those neat apps. The only thing you really don't have in here that you had in the AT4 in the infotainment is your ambient lighting. And then you got all the same off-road pages and all that stuff. You got USB-A, USB-C, wireless charging, heated seats. I think we need a heated steering wheel on this. We don't have one of those. And then we don't have the leather seats, right? You have the Evotex and the cloth combo, but they still look nice, and they're easy to keep clean if you're going to take this off-road and get it all dirty. So I can certainly understand that move by Chevy in their Z71. So I think it's a pretty compelling argument here in this mid-size pickup. This Colorado has got a lot of good stuff to offer at a much lower price point than a Toyota Tacoma or a GMC Canyon AT4. So let me know what you would do. Would you go Chevy Colorado Z71, or would you go to the competition? There's a lot of it, right? The only one left with the V6, if you really want a V6, is the 24 Nissan Frontier. Everybody else has Turbo 4s, so put it in the comments. Let me know what you would do. I'll put the Canyon AT4 review at the end of this one, but I do want to thank Ciocca Chevrolet of Princeton for allowing the channel access to this 2024 Chevy Colorado Z71 in sterling gray metallic for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.